What's up, Rockstars? Boom! Hey! So, where are we? Day 6 on the octave of Easter. Still celebrating. It was a beautiful day in southwestern Pennsylvania until about an hour ago. And then it's gotten cloudy. Looks like it's gonna rain. So I was gonna take a little walk around the hood and decided not to because it's going to rain at some point soon. So I didn't want to get caught in it. So I got the mass this morning, and it's one of the things that I'm trying to do with going to mass, and this is part of it's kind of like a test run to see, because next year, for the 40 churches, 40 days, I'm going to try to see if I can get to 40 of historically old churches in the Pittsburgh area. Kind of the threshold, or not from a timing perspective, but from a look and feel, kind of the most newer feeling or looking church would probably be St. Raphael's over in Morningside. Only because if you caught the video that I did when I went there for daily mass on the 40 churches, 40 days this year, it's a great blend of like both feels. It feels old. It has its great big, really super high ceiling. It has that architecture of an old church, but it was built, I think, in like the 60s or 50s or 60s or maybe 70s, but it just has that old church feel, but there's a lot of modern touches to it. Like there's a bunch of stained glass, but the stained glass are just like random shapes of different colored glass on the windows. So it's really cool. Like they do have some designs on some of them, but it's not as distinct or as obvious as or almost portrait-like that the old historic churches have with their stained glass. So that's probably the upper limit of that. Would probably be like the newest church that I would go to, but only because it has that old feel. So what I'm kind of doing a test run now, and so went to Holy Spirit Church in Millvale, which is a very old church, and just love the feel of these older churches. So I'm starting to map it out, starting to get ready, prep. I know it's a year away, but want to get some time in now. And it's kind of the mode that I'm in. It's like feeling, really digging into my faith and really having that nostalgia, old school feel of the churches. I'm really digging that vibe a lot more. So it's one of the great things, particularly here in the Pittsburgh area. Depending on your feel or your vibe that you're looking for in a church, you can find one that fits your vibe in the Pittsburgh area for sure. You can find multiples, regardless. If it's super modern you're looking for, they're here. If you're looking for those really old historic ones where the floor creaks when you walk down the aisle, we got a lot of those. So, but just wanted the cool thing that in mass today, it brought up again, the reading today was of Jesus on the shoreline when Peter and the apostles were out fishing, and they came back and they saw him there, and he's got a little fire going. He's cooking up some fish and some bread, and the homily Father shared that when Jesus first came to the apostles after the resurrection, he's like, "Hey, you got anything to eat here?" And it just struck me as like so much of what post resurrection, it seems like there's a lot of like, "Hey, you got anything to eat? Let's get some food. Let's get some grub. Let's bond over food." So make it intentional. Start doing that with your families. I know in our current society and our current schedules and everything, like we don't eat as a family. We don't sit down together and eat. I think I sit down with like my business buddies and maybe even some friends more than I sit down and eat with the people I live with, my family. So I'm going to make it a point to focus on trying to eat more, sit down, break bread with my own family, with the family. Give it a shot. Comment down below if you think, or if it's something you're going to try too, because I'd love to hear your feedback. Hope you're having a great octave of Easter. Hope you're still celebrating the Easter season. And I'm going to get inside before it starts raining. Hey, share that smile with the world, because it just might make somebody's day.